What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the greatest combat sports and culture show in the entire universe, the Fight Podcast. And as always, man, I'm bringing you guys some fire heat today, man. We had some great conversations, and today I'm bringing on Nicholas MAXIMOV, man. This dude is a monster, 4-0 as a pro. Dude is 100% finish rate. You get in there with him, you're going to sleep. It is what it is. And so we get him going with that one, man. He is a Nate Diaz protege. He's fighting this weekend. It's Submission Underground. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him on the show. Nicholas, brother, what's going on, man? Welcome to Fight Podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm just hanging out, chilling, and enjoying the summertime.
Oh, bro, living the dream, man. First and foremost, like I said, brother, thank you so much for coming on the show today, man. I know you got a busy schedule, especially with everything coming up this weekend. But what I want to do, bro, I got to let everybody know about yourself and a little bit about your background. Because, look, like I've let everybody know already, fam, undefeated, you're Nate's protege. If anybody was able to watch some of the submissions that you've had on the card, first of all, I feel bad for Bruno Casillas because you almost ripped his arm clean out the socket.
Yeah.
One of the dirtiest Kimura's you'll ever see, man. Fam, tell me about, like, how did you get started in MMA, bro?
That's funny. Yeah, that was a good fight. I got started actually watching Bruce Lee movies, and I pretty much just like saw him on TV. And I was like 10 years old. And my parents were like, I want to try that. And so I go to like a taekwondo school or like karate school, did that for a little bit. And then about a year's passed, and I just transferred to like an MMA school. And then I was just kind of going back, saw a few fights and whatnot, just wanted to pursue it as a career, you know. So basically, it's Bruce Lee, you know.
Man, yo, Bruce Lee got us all, fam. he got us all.
Yeah, right.
You know, between him and Jean-Claude Van Damme, I feel like all of us are out here waiting.
Oh man, he's a badass. I love Bloodsport.
Oh, bro, one of the
all-time
best movies. You know what? I'm gonna ask you. I always wait to the end of the show to ask people this, but I'm gonna start off with this for you. What are your top 3 martial arts movies of all time?
I don't know if I go in order, but I love Return of the Dragon, right? That's what it's called, right? Bloodsport, and I'm a big Jason Statham fan too. So like anything he does, he doesn't really do martial arts movies, but I love how he does all his stunts and everything. So I'm a big Jason Statham fan. So anything he does, I'm watching.
Dude, who you telling?
You know?
I bought a 2004 Audi A8 specifically for that one. I know Jason Statham is the fucking man.
That's badass. That's tight. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's a man. That's so cool.
Absolutely, bro. So look, man, going through your record, man, and then going up, finding some of your fights and shit, you absolutely have an amazing ground game. And here's the thing. You rarely see big guys that are as fluid on the ground as you. Now, like I said, I know you're Nate Diaz protege. I know that you train over there at the Nate Diaz Academy out there in Stockton. But dude, is that something that you were already you just came into it like a fish out of water, bro? Because you're as big as you are, you're super fluid on the ground.
Yeah, I think for me, I got lucky. I started training jiu-jitsu when I was younger and wrestling when I was younger, so I have the little guy style before a bigger dude. So I think that is a big advantage for me. Just being able to move like I'm 140, 150 pounds when I'm 200 or whatever pounds I'm going to be fighting at, you know? I think that's a big thing. And I think people have also seen, like, I've had a couple good knockouts too. I have like 3-4 good knockouts on my record. So when people see that, I think it scares people. Like, what do I do? Do I focus on my takedown defenses camp or submissions, or do I try to, box them? It's like, what do I do? That's why I love MMA, because it's like I might not be the best grappler or the best boxer, but if I mix it up the best, then it's like, the other guy has no idea what to think. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I think I got lucky with my grappling, got really good kind of quick. So now I can like get away with a lot of things that a lot of people can't. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, man. How long have you actually been training on the ground?
8, 9 years.
Shit. Because I know you're a brown belt.
Yeah, long time. Yeah.
And now let me ask you this. How long have you been over there training at the DIAZ Academy?
I would go off and on there. So I would say 6 years, but this is the thing. I lived in Chico and I would go down there for the summers or when I wasn't playing football or wrestling. So I'd go down there on the weekends or whatnot and just go out there like on and off. But for like the last 2 or 3 years, I've been there pretty consistently. Like just 2 or 3 years, just going as every day, this and that, just going consistently. Yeah, I've been going there for a little while.
Dude, that's crazy. So and starting it and stuff and getting there. Now, was that somewhere you always actually planned on being? Did you always tell yourself like, no, fuck that. Like I said, I'm in this part of Cali. I'm gonna take my butt over there. I'm gonna go ahead and rock that out, man. How does that work for you, bro? Like, what was it just like? Was it just a natural fit for you?
It's more or less. I mean, I wasn't like to say like short. I wasn't like the best kid growing up. You know what I'm saying? I got in a lot of trouble and stuff. So it's like when I see them, it's like it's not saying. It's hard to explain, but in a way, it does fit me well. You know what I mean? But I mean, when I was younger, it was like you ride Fabro and you're like, oh, I want to go to Alpha Mill or this or that.
True.
But it's like as time went on, I just had a relation with the guys from the academy. Just go there and shoot my way through there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was just easier for me to do rather than trying to go to like a Greg Jackson or go to Vegas or something like that. This is one of the best camps in the world, and it's close to where I live, or where my parents are from, where my home is technically, and which is Chico, a few hours up north.
Okay.
So it's like, why not just stay, go somewhere close?
Facts.
So.
Well, how about this, Barrett? Like for yourself, dude. And I definitely want to jump into some Submission Underground stuff as well, man. But for yourself in that gym, what makes that academy specifically for you so great? Like, what is it about the type of training that makes it the best gym in the world?
I think you get like Division I wrestlers, you get world champion black belts, you get world champion boxers, you get some of the best kickboxers in the world coming out here. Like Ernie was coming out here, Ernie Reyes Jr. Yeah. He's a badass. Kit Cope's a badass. Everyone else, it's like their team and it's their way or the highway. If you don't get, they don't get other people from like out of town or this and that to come in and come train. They got their specific boxing coach and their specific jiu-jitsu coach and specific guys.
Like homegrown dudes.
You get so many looks. Yeah, that's where we're the best because we expand and we go and we help each other out,
I love that, dude. I love that, man. So, in terms of Submission Underground, man, you've been with them a couple times, and now you're jumping back in the mix, man. Like I said, I see my man's got the Super Saiyan waiting and shit, got the hair up and popping, man. What was it for you, man? What was it about Submission Underground? Like I said, tell me a little bit about this opponent and this event.
It's a good event. This will be my 5th time competing in it.
Super dope.
I have a good. I've been going here since like 2016 or something like that. So I've been going here for a while, but yeah, it's cool. The guy I'm going against is like a wrestler type, brown belt type guy. Yeah. I don't know too much about him like I did my last opponent for this event, but I do know he's just a wrestler, and that's kind of about it. I haven't really watched a whole lot or anything like that. I don't know. I'm just focusing more on myself,
So for you, man, and again, I know we're all over the place, man, but I know you, like I say, you were driving and stuff, and like I said, I really want to make sure that people really understand your style. So if you're looking at you, man, and seeing everything that you've accomplished and you're going through already, if someone's never seen you, this is the first time we've actually you watched you. What should we know about Nicholas's style? Why should we pay attention?
I like to think my style. I like to kind of describe it like this. I try to get.
I love that shit.
It's not a person's like thing, like their attribute, but what I would be best at coming from
Of
men.
course.
So whether it's Nate, John Jones, whoever, it just Cody Garbrandt or something like that. If I like those fighters and I want to put it together, that's what I want to do. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I want to say I have a unique style because I just have it. I feel like I'm different. I move different. I do everything I do. I just feel like it's different from a lot of people, especially at 185 or 205.
Right.
I just feel like it's different,
Well, dude, like I said, you're only 4 in, and you're starting at just an amazing camp. I mean, obviously, for most of us, we look at, for instance, like the pinnacle being the UFC, right? We want to make sure we're there, we're at the main show. We want to go out there and fight on Fight Island with the Kumatang and all what's going on.
Right.
Like I said, when are we going to see you in the cage next?
Really don't know. I know there's something in Colorado happening possibly in July.
Nice.
I know there's something in Northern California happening in June. I don't know if it's a pro event, but I did see there's amateurs on it. I just really don't know, but it's like I feel like I'm chomping at the bit every time I see an event just to try to get on it.
Well, dude,
it's like impossible to get on anything.
Oh, dude, it has to be so nuts right now for you. Like, how have you been holding up with COVID and everything, man? Like with training.
It's terrible because I was supposed to fight March and April, but no fight. They all got canceled, and then April was really difficult to train. It was really hard. I was more just running and wrestling and stuff like that, but I wasn't like training like boxing or jiu-jitsu. But the last like 2-3 weeks, I've been like almost pretty much sparring and stuff. So that's like good to get back in the routine of things. But it's just really difficult. This whole thing's just screwing everything up for me and all my plans.
Right.
I was trying to fight, hopefully, either in the contender series or the UFC, like by July.
Oh.
Now it's not going to happen.
Well, I mean, for you, let me ask you, because I've asked a couple dudes this, and the frustration is evident. And I definitely understand the frustration there. But do you see like a silver lining for yourself? And it's just like, you know what, at least I get more training under my belt now, especially because certain shit's starting to open up a little bit. Do you feel like you're starting to add a couple more tools in your game now that you have a little bit more time off?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, it's like I just rather fight.
I understand that.
There's pros and cons to everything, and you want to find the pros in it all, but it's like right now it's just difficult because it's like I'm training hard and stuff, and it's like almost like for what reason? I've been doing this for 2-3 months, and just even I don't even know. It's just hard. It's hard to explain, but it's like you just get kind of sick and tired of it all.
Oh, dude, no. I mean, it has to be just that little bit of extra motivation, especially when you don't have that light at the end of the tunnel, has to be nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me,
it's super nuts. But that's why I'm excited for the Submission Underground.
Dude, that's a great outlet for you guys, man.
To train for something,
Yeah, so, I mean, being that you've been to the event.
But I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree. On Sunday.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yo, you guys must get amazing exposure also that it's on Fight Pass. Being the fact that it's on Fight Pass, man, it has to be some great exposure for you guys. You would hope at least. There's not shit to do.
I wouldn't. It's a good ass card. The card's hella good. Jake Shields and all of them, they're hella good fighters on that card. So
dude, a lot of different dudes.
Yeah. Well, it's just a weird ass
man, it's crazy. Well, let me ask you this then, man. Since we've been like chilling, and it's been crazy as it has been for yourself, man. Have you been watching anything or like, whether it be for yourself, any TV shows, anything that actually pops for anybody that you're like, nah, this is my shit. We're all locked down anyways. I'm going to watch this. What have you been watching? What can we recommend for people?
I've just been watching.
That's what we're talking about.
It's like, I haven't even really watching any TV. I've been just training, watching fights. I don't know. I've just been chilling, really. I mean, I don't know. I've just been kind of trying to lock myself in that mindset of just watching older fights. I like watching older ones more than newer ones. I think that's more entertaining. like old school UFCs, you know, or Pride. I think that's more fun than watching
Well,
any of
let
this
me.
new
In
school
that case,
stuff.
man, for you, bro, what is the best? What is that old school fight that you can suggest to people that you always go back like, this is my fight, best fight of all time. I love this one. For you, what one is that?
I like Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler,
Oh, bro.
whatever it was. I like all the Pride fights. Yeah, Fedor, all Fedor's
Oh,
fights I
dude.
like. I'm a huge Fedor fan. So I
You
watch
know what's
every
funny?
Fedor
I
fight there
think
is.
people now, and I'm glad you brought Fedor up. People nowadays who are like new MMA fans don't understand how great Fedor was. Like, dude, I just actually a couple days ago
Yeah,
watched Fedor against Big Nog, and when you're watching how
yeah,
good
that's a good
ass
ass
fight,
fight.
man. And that's the thing, and that's why I love getting fighters on here talking
Yeah,
about
that's a
for like
good fight.
actual real fights that people don't understand. Because that's when you see, like, especially
Yeah,
those guys in Pride. And like I said, I know you brought up Nick and that fight with Robbie Lawler. People forget about that fight. They think of the Stockton slap, and they forget that these dudes got paws and they're knocking
yeah,
people out like a Robbie Lawler. I mean, these are some amazing fights,
yeah.
man. Dude, how has working with the Diaz brothers for you benefited your development?
I would say it's more of a mentality. Their mentality is really different, and to kind of adapt their mentality in my game, I think helps me a lot. Uh, they're like triathletes, they're marathon people, so it's like, no, I gotta adapt my body to that type of lifestyle, which is not, you don't see many 220-pound guys, 15-pound guys trying to run, or keep up with him in like triathlons or whatever, this or that. So it's kind of like it's cool because it's like a different
Right.
mental toughness that you got to achieve, which I really like. Trying to push yourself in a different way. You can do that in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing. You can push yourself like that. But when you're out there running, in like the Central Valley in the heat like this, it's like, oh my, it's just different type of toughness that you got to get. But it helps a lot, and so I'd say their mentality is kind of what I've
I
adapted
can
to
see that. I
most,
mean, dude,
for
that
sure.
they have such a, and I think that's something that everyone has loved about the Diaz brothers. And if you can get a little bit of that, just a touch of that, like I think it'll do anybody any type of justice. But that like constant cardio and actually like
Yeah,
being true to martial arts, again, not enough people actually have that. And the fact that you have that, and bro, I was cracking up when I was on your IG, and I'm looking, I'm like, yo, my man's is in the background looking thugged out with the rest of them. I was like, I want no smoke with the squad.
yeah. Yeah, right. That's what's up. Yeah, no, I'm like, I feel like I'm always right there nowadays, and it's cool because I was with them for a while, but then I go off to college and everything, and wrestle and whatnot. So I had to go do that. But now it's
Right.
like it feels like it's home in a way. You know what I mean? It feels like it's the right spot. It hits perfectly with me. So that's why I'm like happy with where I'm at, because it's seriously, if I were anywhere else, I don't think it'd feel right.
That's
And
some cool.
I feel right at
Dude,
home. So yeah,
being
that's
able
cool.
to go
Yeah.
out there and actually meeting or like and under like I said having an opportunity for instance to like know individuals that you have essentially been admiring has to do so well for a young fighter. That's something that I think a lot of people, again, who are in the sport and up and coming in the sport don't have. The fact that you have that tutelage and that knowledge right there, I mean, it is, again, it seems like you have the work ethic. Look, the proof is in the pudding. We're seeing you ripping people's arms off, in all your pro fights.
Yeah.
So when do we
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
All in all, like I said, unfortunately, this year has been messed up. And again, we're looking, hopefully, contender series and shit in July. Have you heard of anything? And like I said, if we're projecting, when do you think that we could actually get you on? Like I said, when do you think they're going to get everything in the UFC or one of the big shows?
Man, I was really, it's like hopefully before the year ends. That's the goal. I don't want to be 23, 24 again, and I wanted to be 21, but 22 is like I think will be a great age for me to maybe, like November, December would be like a perfect time.
Right.
If I can try to get in there, get fight, a couple times, maybe July, August. November, December rolls around and just kind of hopefully hit that mark and be in the UFC. I think that'd be perfect. I think that's like, the goal, the dream right now.
Oh,
So,
dude, that would be fucking amazing, bro. Like, yo,
yeah.
hey, and like I said, here in the Fight Podcast, dude, we'll be pubbing you, we'll be cheering for you, and we gonna keep supporting the rise, bro. Before we get you out of here, really, thank you so much for your time today, man. For you, like I said, a couple things before we get you out of here. If we have an opportunity to look at any of your fights, and you want to actually have somebody look at your fights and say, yo, who Nicholas is, which one of your fights should they look at?
Probably the Bruno Castillas fight. That's a good fight. That guy fought in Bellator and stuff, and he probably had like 20 or 30, fights like amateur and whatnot. So that was kind of a cool fight.
Man.
I like that one a lot.
All right, that's the one. We gotta check him out. And for those who do not know, that's the one. Like I told you guys earlier, he won by Kimura, almost ripped somebody's arm completely off. That was in the second round. And you can fight, like I said, that was, what is it? Hard-fought championships, man. So that was definitely a dope-ass fight, man. Dude, I love it. This weekend, what should I expect this weekend?
Hopefully a crazy finish or something. I want to do something crazy and just kind of get in and get out. So that'd be tight.
So we got flying triangles. That's what we.
That's what I'm hoping for. I think that's the goal. That's the move. Yeah,
that's what it is, man. Best submission specialist not named DIAZ in the UFC today.
Who I like a lot is Gilbert Burns. I like him a lot.
Dude.
He's a good grappler.
Yo.
Really good grappler.
What's your pick between Gilbert Burns and Woodley this weekend?
I think really power in a good fight. They both got power, but I think Gilbert might be too quick for him. But I don't know. I've never seen it. Has Gilbert even fought at 170?
He just he knocked out Damian Maia last month.
Oh, see, yeah, there you go. So that's a good little shot. Yeah.
Fam, he knocked out Damian Maia with a check left hook, right off the top.
Yeah. I think Burns would be the man.
Dude, look, Gilbert Burns is one of those guys that has one of the best well-rounded jiu-jitsu games in the world. And with guys like yourselves, and everybody over there, and guys like Gilbert, I think that dudes who are awesome at jiu-jitsu but are dangerous strikers are some of the most dangerous matchups out there, just because at the end of the day, they'll stand with you because they're not afraid to go to the ground. And that, I think, is something that even for powerful wrestlers, it has to be something that's hard to deal with. Before we get you out of here, would you mind speaking on that a little bit?
On
just jiu-jitsu versus wrestling, like great jiu-jitsu versus like powerful wrestling.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough question. You gotta have everything. You gotta have both. But it's like, like Damian Maia versus like a Ben Askren. Ben Askren's not a powerful wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, that was like a good matchup for jiu-jitsu. But if you get like, I don't even know how to describe it.
We'll see this weekend.
Woodley. Yeah. See, it's just hard. It's really just hard. Maybe if you look at jiu-jitsu matchups, though, just straight jiu-jitsu matchups, it's like jiu-jitsu probably will win. But if you got to fight, it's like I think wrestling might win. It's just hard. Tough matchup. I think it depends on the person.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, check it out, bro. We can't wait to watch you this weekend on Submission Underground. We'll be there, man. Actually, we'll be live tweeting and live chatting throughout, man. So we'll be right there. Bro, thank you so much for joining me today. Where can they find you, man? Where can people find you?
Nicholas, Twitter and Facebook, it's just Nicholas MAXIMOV on all of it. So you can just find me on all those social medias.
And you got a dope-ass fight name. I like it. Feel like we're out here in Gladiator and shit.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's cool.
All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for joining me, man, on the Fight Podcast, brother. We'll get you on here. Hopefully, we get you on here again soon.
For sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it a lot. It was
Absolutely,
fun.
bro. You have a good one, man. Be easy.
Thank you, too.
All right, yep. All right, guys. That was my conversation with Nicholas Maximov. He's fighting in Submission Underground this weekend. It is going to be an amazing event. I can't wait. Submission Underground, man, is Chael Sonnen's thing. He goes out there and he puts on amazing events. These are some of the best grapplers in the world. Thinking about the team that Nick is on, bro, he's going to be one of those guys. A 205-pound athletic, jiu-jitsu practitioner with that toughness that the Diaz brothers bring and instill. I'm telling you, this is one of the guys that you're really going to have to look out for in the next few years, especially in the larger organizations, man. So thank you so much, for Nicholas, for joining us on the Fight Podcast today. Make sure you check him out. Make sure you check him out this weekend on Submission Underground. It should be a great time. But without further ado, this is Serg Vicente, the Underground King. You've joined me on episode 215 of the greatest combat sports and culture show in the entire universe, the Fight Podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll see you guys next time right here on the Fight Podcast.